Wow, that's like the second time I've done that. That's great. What a way to start a live video, right guys? Anyways, so I just wanted to hop on here because I have had a kind of busy day, like running errands and being all over. So I've been in the car a lot, listening to podcasts and books and music and just all the things. And I feel like I had like a little download, a little bird just came in and dropped this piece of information as I was like driving my car earlier. But yesterday I talked about really stepping into your power, stepping in especially whenever somebody pays you a compliment, they want to tell you something, really stepping in and saying thank you and recognizing that they think that or feel that way about you, and then recognizing that about yourself. But I wanted to dive further into that because it got me thinking, what about the people that don't compliment us? What about the people that love to maybe give us their 2 cents and we don't want to hear it? What about the people that are hurting in the world and they act out and hurt others, whether it be physically or emotionally with words, whatever? If you ever have anybody coming at you telling you that you're too sensitive, you're too emotional, you're too bossy, you're too controlling, you're too this, you're too that, blah, blah, blah. You're too much of this or you're not enough of that. I think there's a fine line in listening and like hearing what they have to say and thinking on it, reflecting inward and seeing like, okay, is there any truth to this? Is maybe this a piece of myself that I could work on? But at the same time, just because they are telling you this or they are giving you their 2 cents doesn't mean that it is your truth. And only you can decide that. Only you can decide if you're too sensitive, if you're too emotional, if you're too bossy, whatever it is. Each and every single one of us, we know our truth. We know, like, at our core, who we are, what our truth is, and how powerful we really are. And throughout life, throughout conditioning, growing up, we've had so many different people come into our life and put limitations on us. From a very, very young age, kids encounter a bunch of maybe closed-minded or limited adults. And so in return, we end up growing up with these limiting beliefs and these lies that we've led ourselves to believe about ourselves when they're not true. And so I just want you guys to remember, like, when someone comes at you with, I don't know, maybe, I don't want to say a negative because there's not really like good and bad, but when they come to you with a comment that maybe doesn't feel in alignment with you, like, that's okay. They can feel that way, but that doesn't mean that it's your truth, and you don't have to accept it as your truth. You can actually just like generally, just not generally, but what's the word I'm looking for? You can like acknowledge it. Okay, that's how you feel, which is fine, but I know my truth. You know what I mean? And you don't have to vocalize this. You will come across strangers and people in the cars and, angry drivers, angry people at the grocery store, whatever it is. They're going to say whatever 2 cents, and you can take it personally if you want. But by taking it personally, you are attaching truth to what they say. Or you can let it roll off because you know your truth, and you know that you didn't intend that, or that's not what you meant, or whatever the case is that, in the situation that's arising. So I just wanted to hop on here and share that with you guys to remind you at all times to stand in your truth, to reclaim your power, and to not give your power away to other people, especially emotionally. And that's something that I've had to work on over the last couple of years, because I've always said, oh, I'm an empath and I'm a highly sensitive person and I take on other people's shit and blah, blah, blah. But I'm only doing so because I'm allowing myself to. And I'm only feeling certain ways about myself because I allowed myself to attach a truth to other things that people have told me. But I'm not doing that anymore. Not no more. So everybody has the right to think whatever they want about me, and everyone has the right to say whatever they want. But at the end of the day, I know my heart, and I know my soul, and I know who I am at my core, and no one will ever sway me from that. So you can tell me I'm too sensitive, you can tell me I'm too loud, you can tell me that I laugh like a hyena, because I've been told that 1,000 times. You can tell me whatever you want, and that's fine, because you're allowed to think whatever the fuck you want. But I'm going to stand in my truth, and I'm going to stand in my power, and that's all I need at the end of the day. And I want to empower you guys to do the same thing. So have a beautiful day, have a beautiful evening, and I love y'all.